Okay, we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the whole garden. It's April, it's August 12th, I think, maybe 13th. August 12th, I think. And we already harvested all the stuff out of the back there. There used to be a whole bunch of potatoes in the back. You can go to my photo bucket account and see all the different potato pictures. But then now we have tomatoes, longkeeper tomatoes in the back there, and sweet potatoes and some peppers, and then the pile of butternut squash. Here we have just a few tomatoes and a lot of peppers, some onions, and as we come across here we have all the cherry trees in the back, peppers and squash, and again, you can see every 8 foot on center is the grapes growing up. They're starting to do real good. I just planted those grapes in March. Just pull them out there and pull them out of my grape orchard that you see right there. It looks real good, and grapes busting to move. I'm going to go through and get individual ones, just giving you a quick overview. Right here you can see all the plants in front along the fence, different squashes and stuff like that. Looks real good. And I'll take you all the way up here. You can see stuff against the back side of that shed too, but I'll take you all the way through, make a real quick trip. Yes, we got some butternuts in here. They're all just doing great. What you can see here, but they're just doing fantastic. I got butternuts literally coming out my ears. I should have hundreds and hundreds of pounds of butternuts as they start growing here. Some real big ones. They look wonderful. Anyway, lots of butternuts. And as I said, we have sweet potatoes doing real good right there. Some peppers in front, and then the longkeeper tomatoes. These longkeepers are the kind that they just get green over the course of the year, and then at the first frost you cut them down and hang them, and they turn red throughout the next couple of months or so. So you provide fresh tomatoes during that time of the year when nobody else has tomatoes. You can see here we got lots and lots of blackberries along this whole back fence here. They look absolutely wonderful. They taste fantastic. Over here you see a little tomato plant in the back and in the front, and then peppers just galore all along here. I got as of today I gave 1,400 pounds to the food bank. 1,407 pounds as of today, and it's looking real good. Everything's looking real good. Here we have just lots of different squashes, and as I said, the grapes are doing fantastic. You can see they're coming up along the rail, which they're supposed to do. They'll come up and then go onto both sides of the rail like they're doing here. Each one of these plantings, which are 8 foot on center, as you can see. So they'll have grapes on every 8 foot on center, and they come up and go off to the side. So each year I'll have a real abundance of grapes. Here you're seeing, this is what's just things I didn't pick today because, you know, these are still babies. And I want them to get much bigger, and so I pick every 3 days. I pick Mondays and Thursdays, and works out great. The artichokes, I cut them all down. They had a wonderful harvest this year, and I cut them all down to 0 and they grow back. I've already had a second harvest off this one here, and I believe it was just a moisture issue. This one has a little more moisture than the last 3 you just saw, and this one has a little more water, so it's getting more production out of it. These tomatoes are just phenomenal. They'll grow so tall. This has got to be 10 feet out the ground or so, 12 feet. They're huge, humongous, and again, I picked all the red ones already today and took them to the food bank. The grapes, I don't know if you can really see them in here, but they're just millions and millions of grapes. They're all over this place. They're hanging down, doing great. as you go through here, you can just see them. I don't really know what you can see looking in this video. I can see them clearly. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're just all over the place. Yeah, the problem is I can't see through the viewfinder, which you can see. But anyway, the grapes are just in massive amounts, and I guess you're supposed to take some out. Whatever. I don't care about that. I don't care about thinning. I don't like thinning anything. The strawberries are doing fantastic. They're doing real good. And the wonderful strawberry bed. And another tomato bed. There's like 18 different varieties in there, but that's a real mess. Next year it'll be different. And here we have a couple more tomatoes, real tall, and peppers. This is my asparagus bed, and you can see asparagus is ferning out really nicely, doing great. But I couldn't stand to see just asparagus ferns in here, so I planted a bunch of stuff, and it's doing great. So hopefully it won't bother the asparagus. Doesn't seem to be, but I don't think you're supposed to plant anything besides asparagus in an asparagus bed, but as you can see, I took no prisoners. I have everything. I got bell peppers, just tons of peppers, and all kinds of stuff in here. I'm planted in this one bed. This is a square foot biodynamic French intensive style, square foot gardening, if you will, planted asparagus bed. And asparagus is doing great amongst all the other things planted in between them. Here is the giant pepper bed, all different kinds of peppers. You know, again, you can't really see a lot in these pictures, I guess, but I just took it all out. I took out 28 pounds of peppers today out of this bed, and they're just doing great. There's still lots more peppers to go, but I'll take them out every 3 days. I harvest every 3 days, and so there's just a multitude of things in here, you know, and it's so hard to see stuff, but anyway, lots of peppers in here, and they're doing great. Okay, here, this is a big acorn squash bed, and some other crooknecks in the back over there, but acorn squash for the most part. Another winter. These are all corns and tomatoes and stuff like that planted in amongst these beds here. Cucumbers in the back, and you can see the back trellis there. Cucumbers back there. There's a big raspberry bed. Again, from this side here, you can see all the way down the aisles on both sides of the fence there's stuff growing. Out here we have all kinds of crooknecks and zucchinis and patty pan squashes and stuff like that. Here's my compost bin, and it's looking real good, and that's the finished compost there. I have 3 other plants over there, all real producers, and patty pans have been fantastic this year, absolutely great. Along this whole fence line here we have lots of butternut and corn and stuff like that. It's growing real good. What? Oh, good. You can eat it. Alright, so we got all kinds of really cool stuff. And again, all the stuff is really producing a lot. And it's doing great. Over here, that's where the initial first bed along this side was. And it's doing real good. You can see the awesome butternuts here. It's doing fantastic. The corn is just doing wonderfully. I mean, it looks nice from here when you look at it, but it's also, I'll try to sneak in here and I'll step on my vines. You can see the corn is doing great also, and looks spectacular. And so all the corn is doing real good. They look really great. These ones are a little small because they're just starting, but seemingly tall. But they're all got plants all along here, and they look really good. And it goes all the way out to the front there. It's all looking real nice and green. I'll go ahead and take you over to this side here, and this was the other one. It's nice. It's got a Sun Gold tomato plant. And again, you can't really see the stuff in this monitor, but I think you might be able to see some stuff here. But anyway, it's doing nice. The top of it is about 6 foot tall. But it's got a nice arbor, so it should be able to bust a move in the next month or so. And here is just a big pile of corn and cucumbers and some tomatoes and butternuts and all kinds of stuff in there. And here again, more butternuts and cucumbers and pumpkins and all different kinds of really cool stuff. Really 100-degree days like now, it makes all the plants look like they're withering, but they're not. That's just the way these plants react to a lot of sun. And they come right back in the morning, but you can really see the all the butternuts and stuff down in here. They look great. Look fantastic. And all the acorns are doing real good here. And then I got some specialty.
Watermelon.
That's not watermelon, honey. These are just kind of like a cross between a squash and a pumpkin. And the pumpkins are kind of squashes, but they're just kind of a wide variety, weird variety.
So you don't have watermelons?
Because they're not hybrid. They were just hybrids planted seeds, so they're kind of trippy. Let us see how they turn out. Everything's looking real good.